Hi, how are you today? I hope you're doing good and I hope your week was good. Today we are going to see another Torah which is Ki Tedze. Ki Tedze means go forth or go out. Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 10 talks about that. When you go out in the field to the war, and if you see any woman or if you see any captive, don't touch her or don't marry her and give her a time period. Let her, mourn for her families. Let her shave her head. Let her grow her fingernails. And then, after the 30 days, that, if she's willing, and you go and get married. That's one of the law we talk about that. Before entering into that part, I just wanted to tell you certain things about the Jewish community. A Hebrew, an Israelite, and a Jewish. Do we know the differences between these three names or these three personalities? The differences are the time periods. During Abrahamic time period, those people are called Hebrew. And during the Mosaic period of time, they were called Israelites. And during the period of Jesus, they were called Jewish. So, these are the differences basically between these people. And I was telling to you all these days that we must observe the laws. There are almost 613 laws in this, or 13 commandments in this written Torah. There are two types of Torah I already told. Oral Torah and the written Torah. Oral Torah is a one which is kind of a colloquial language, whatever the spoken, they wrote it in a big book. But especially they include everything what it is told in the written Torah, plus what all the day-to-day life they were speaking and they were doing, and those events have been captured, those stories have been captured, and it was so amazing to read those oral Torah also. There are a lot of learning in the oral Torah too. And written Torah is a book of instruction which was given to the mankind. It is not only for Jewish people, this is for everybody. This is the book of Gadish, not Jewish. We must understand that one. So what happened during the time period of Jesus Christ? Jewish people also had different denominations type of thing, because they have Orthodox Jewish people, they have Jewish for Jesus, they have Hebrew roots of Jesus, they have also Messianic Jewish, and also Rabbinic Judaism. This is the Judaism Jesus was encountering on those days when Jesus was there. The name Rabbi was not used in the Old Testament period. This was developed later periods. So these rabbis were called during the time period of Jesus, and they created new laws and new commandments they added to the written Torah. They took so many laws and from the oral Torah, and they added a lot of new laws and system into the written Torah, and they were exercising among the people. This was the one that Jesus was confronting them. My yoke is lighter than your yoke. Just follow the written Torah. You don't have to follow the laws that you are producing. These are all man-made things. That's what the fight he was telling. When Jesus said that, love is the most, the best commandment that you should add. But, you go and read in book of Deuteronomy. It's already written there in Deuteronomy that you have to love each other. You have to love your brother. You have to love your neighbor. It's written there in Deuteronomy chapter 4 to 12. You just go and take and read it. It is not just a new one, because he's re-insisting those things to these people, because they were following absolutely different laws, because those were added up. They are called Rabbinic Judaism. When Rabbinic Judaism, they don't believe in Messiah. So this was the biggest fight. And Paul also writes in Galatians, when he wrote the book to them, he wrote very clearly, I am a Jew But even then, I follow completely every law which is mentioned in the written Torah. I observe them, I follow them in my life. But at the same time, commandments and laws are not the way to get our salvation. Of course, Jesus is the salvation. We get salvation through Jesus Christ. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be observing all the laws. We must observe the laws. Because of that, we encountered a lot of things in our world. If this world is like this today, just because we forget or we disobeyed to abide, observe the law. We were not told, we were not taught, we were not put in the right path. That's why we couldn't able to observe all these things. And Gentile Christians, I hate the word Gentile Christians, my brothers. There is only a Gentile or a Christian. Once you become Christian, you are no more Gentile. You are attached to the main tree here. You are becoming already an Israelite. Once you become an Israelite, you must obey all these laws. For example, if you want to inherit the land, I became an American citizen. How did I become? I had to follow all the rules and regulations. I took an oath in the office saying that I will abide the law of this land. I will observe all the commandments of this land. I will observe all the amendments of this land. I am this citizen. My life is this for this citizen by this country, for this country. So I become the citizen of America. Likewise, when you want to become or you want to add it in Jewish nation or in Jesus nation or in Gadish nation, you want to become the children of the Gadish nation, or you want to inherit the land of Israel, you must act according to the Bible, what it says. Obedience is the main key. You have to obey God. God said, Jesus said, follow me, my folk. That's the main thing that we should follow. You understand? So, we are no more Gentile Christians. We are Christians. We're going to follow the rules and regulations. I'm telling you, this is a high time, and it's about time to turn and to listen to things. I've been through denominations. I've been through, each and every sections of this Christianity. I've been through the Pentecostal system. I went into the Pentecostal birthplace in California, Azusa Street. In fact, my profile picture is that one. What I'm trying to say here, I've been through everything, but I found what exactly we are supposed to go through. So it doesn't mean that I'm putting any other denominations in a down, because we were not told, we were not taught, but at least we're getting the right thing. I'm challenging you and go and research. Go and find whatever you can. This is what it is. We are forgetting a big piece. We are claiming all the promises of this Bible, which is absolutely wrong. We cannot claim any promises unless we become one among those people. We become one among those Israelites. We become followers of Jesus Christ. Unless if we don't observe all these things, we can never claim anything. It won't work for us. You may tell, we are Abrahamic people. Remember, Jesus came after the Abraham, right? Didn't he follow? He followed that. You cannot just say that, we are all Abraham, we are totally different people, Abrahamic covenant. No, everybody followed. We need to, we must. And the Bible talks about it very clearly. If you follow my commandments, I will bless you generations after generations. And you must teach your children each and every commandment, generations after generations. This book is for eternal. This is not for temporary. This is not for one period of time, people. This book is to be observed for the eternal levels. We must observe and abide all the rules and regulations. That's the rule of conduct, code of conduct. It's the instructions for our lifestyle. It is not just for the Jewish people. It's for all the Gadish people. It's an instruction. Salvation is through Jesus Christ. Of course, without Jesus, we don't have a salvation. But even then we get the salvation through Jesus. We must follow the rules and regulations or the code of conduct which is told in this Bible. That's my point. Let's go to Ki Titsi. Ki Titsi, there are 613 rules and conducts or commandments in this Bible. And Ki Titsi has 74 conducts or commandments or the rules that to be followed. We cannot go through all the 74 in 10 minutes of time. We'll take only one. That's why I read that when you go to war, first of all, going to war is not easy. Last week we studied about the Shoftim, the rules and regulations and the laws or the judges. It talks about everything. We have a lot of divisions. We have a lot of categories of laws, and we have laws for war. So when a soldier wanted to go to war, he has to be perfectly all right. If he has any death in his family, he don't have to go. If he has any issues in the family, he don't have to. If he is sick, he don't need to go. He doesn't need to go. So likewise, going out to the field means you shouldn't be having any sin. Sinless person only can go to the mission field, to the war. Today we have a lot of missionary fields and a lot of folks are there, in the missionary fields. Imagine them, find them. Are they sinless? That's why the war is not correct. That's why they could not get the war in the right perspective. Marriage in Jewish culture is a metaphor of God's marriage. Basically, God is marrying the Jewish people. When he says that he's marrying the Jewish people, when he's becoming the bridegroom, and as the bride we are, when he's getting married, basically he is inside us. He is the Word and he is the Torah. The Torah is kept inside us. So when the Torah is inside our hearts and minds, there is no sin at all. Sin shouldn't be coming over there. How we are getting sin? Because of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, when we fall into that one, we make our sins. That time, we don't keep the Torah there. That's why I said that, Torah keeping is not an easy thing. And if we would have followed this one from the centuries, this world would have been in a different way. That's the thing. There wouldn't be any healthcare system at all. There wouldn't be any economical problem. There wouldn't be any financial difficulties. There wouldn't be any ecological problems. There wouldn't be any other criminal activities or anything because of the law-abiding system. We forget to do that one. The only thing Jesus came and changed is a sacrificial system because he became the sacrifice. So he took out the sacrificial system. So we talk about the kititzi. Kititzi means go out. My folks, my brothers and sisters, when you go out, make sure that you are holy, you are sinless, because you're going to have your Torah in your heart and mind. Keep reading the Torah. Find the laws and regulations. It is beautiful to abide. You may think that nobody can observe it, but God won't give anything which we could not able to observe it. No, He is. It is fantastic to see and follow this one. So when you go out, don't take any captives and give her some time. That's what the Bible says. Don't get married with anybody. Because you give her 30 days time period, let her shave the head, let her grow the fingernails. By the time if you are having a mentality of marrying any Gentile person, which you're not supposed to do that one, when you do that one, when you bring that home for 30 days, probably you may change your mind. That's what the Torah teaches that one. Or else, if you still want to get married with that woman, you're giving an opportunity for her to convince or mourn for their family, cry for their family, and surrender to you and totally get married with you. That's how we are. Once we are coming to Jesus Christ, we're going to surrender everything out, and then we're going to come in and we're going to take Jesus Christ inside. Okay, so marriage is very, very important in the Jewish culture. It's a metaphor of just like marrying the God. God is the Word. Word is inside our hearts. So how we are, getting ready for that preparation of marriages? Are we thinking that we're going to keep the Torah in us? Think about this one. It's not easy. It is very tough. But at least, we are getting the information in this time period. I'm not asking you to get out of your culture and come back and start following. No, you be your decision maker. Go and find the truth about yourself. You might have been followed systems several years and years, generations after generations. But, as a technology, as a science, and as a knowledge and wisdom has been, improved or grown bigger and bigger, we also get a lot of clarifications in so many things. That's what it happens. you know. So right now, there are a lot of clarifications coming out. It's going to be, and it has to, there's no other way. So at least this time period we're getting this one. Understand this very clearly. Read the Torah. Go and read all the 5 books. It's a fantastic instructions for the lifestyle. That should be our lifestyle. We should obey our God. We should obey our God. Paul writes in Galatians 1, 2, 3, 4 chapters that even though he was a follower of Jesus Christ, and even though he argues that the only way the salvation should come is through Jesus Christ, even though he tells that, but he also claims that he was a complete, strict observant of the Torah. He was observing completely, and he said that I would die for the commandments. That's what he said. So Jesus observed it, all the disciples observed it, why not we? Go forth, go out, kitedze, meaning go out in the field, be holy, be sinless, keep Torah with you. I'll come back next time with another Torah portion, and until then, be safe. See you guys. Bye.